number one phrase a man can't resist is "you're fine." You're fine is great because when something bad happens and you use the phrase "you're fine," it shows that you're not the emotional type. It shows that you're not somebody who can't forgive and can't let things go, which means that you actually have real confidence. Let me show you how to use that. Yo, girl, I'm sorry I was late. You know, I'm doing my best to get through traffic, but it was kind of rough.
Oh, don't worry. You're fine.
When you say that and you actually mean it, it shows that you are a person who has understanding. I'm not saying you gotta let people walk all over you, but getting mad and getting upset about something doesn't make people respect you. It actually does the opposite. When you see a person who's angry and emotional, it's not like you go, oh man, I got so much respect for that angry dude that be running around trying to fight everybody. Oh my gosh, I got so much respect for that angry chick that be fighting dudes, throwing hot grits on them. Nobody thinks like that. When you say you're fine, it really shows that you're above it all. When you act like you're above it all, people don't generally try to drag you down into the mud anymore. One of the most irresistible phrases for any dude is "how can I make you happy?" You would be surprised how few times guys really hear that. It's usually, what can you do to make me happy? Here's what I want.
I want a new car. I want a house. I want a wedding ring. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
This is what guys generally get when they deal with women. They usually get all the things that the woman expects for him to do, which is fine. But if you're not telling him what you're gonna do, if you're not asking him what he actually wants, rather than just assuming, then you're not going to be able to tap into that guy, and that guy's not really going to connect with you. When you ask somebody what you could do to make them happy, you're taking ownership of the situation, which makes them want to reciprocate in most cases. If they don't, then they probably didn't like your ass in the first place, and this video doesn't matter to you as long as you keep dealing with that person. But if they do like you, then it gives them a reason to want to reciprocate and give back. The next phrase that men just can't resist is "let's take it day by day." The reason why that's so irresistible is because it's the exact opposite of what almost every single woman does when she likes a guy. Most women only be on that "let's take it day by day" when they're not attracted to the guy, they don't want to deal with him anyway. This is one of those things that cause a guy to actually be all over you when you're not being thirsty. Most women are thirsty as hell.
What are we? Are we gonna be together? When are we gonna get married? Look, I don't got time to waste with somebody who's not serious about me.
This is what most women do, because most women don't really have the self-esteem to believe that a guy actually wants to be with them, or that if he got to know them longer, he would want them more. You can say what you want to, but if you really felt that the guy would like you more with more time, then you wouldn't be pressing the issue the way you are. And guys know that and understand that. So when you're not pressing the issue like that, when you're acting like you got it all made and you don't really care whether or not he proposes to you or tries to be your boyfriend, it shows a level of confidence that will generally have the dude chasing you, especially when you back it up with action. Another phrase that guys just can't resist is "everything was perfect." When you say everything was perfect, it basically says, I appreciate what you did and it was enough. What a lot of women do is act ungrateful. No matter what they get, there's always a but.
Oh my God, this ring is beautiful, but you could have got it to me a little bit early.
Well, what do you expect? You think that dude's gonna want to go out and buy you another ring? What do you expect? Now that dude's gonna want to go out and buy you a Ferrari? Probably not. That's the reality of it. When you don't seem to appreciate what you got, people don't want to give you something else. Have you ever bought somebody a present and they didn't really seem to appreciate it? Did that make you want to go out and buy them a bigger present? No, it made you say, well, next time I keep my money in my pocket. Even if it's a little kid, you generally feel that way.
Oh, but why did you get me the blue one?
You don't get them anything next time. When you say everything is perfect, what it does is it makes the person feel like what they're doing is enough. And most people will actually try to top themselves, especially if they like you. They will try to top themselves. That's human nature. We are generally competing with ourselves. The last one, and this may even be the biggest, I trust you. Trusting somebody to really want to be with you, trusting somebody to act in your best interest is really a show of confidence more than anything. Somebody who's insecure in the relationship relationship, it generally shows an insecurity in themselves. Because if you actually felt like you had it made, if you actually felt like you was that girl, you actually felt like you were that person, then you would think that the person wasn't going to do anything to hurt you. And even if they did, you have the ability to move on because you have options. So acting like you don't trust the person, not showing a high level of trust, really shows that you're trapped in a situation or you have no way out of a situation that you don't actually want to be in. When you show a high level of trust, it shows that you are somebody of high value. You're somebody who could get whoever you wanted to. So even if they kept it moving or they cheated on you or whatever the heck that situation was, you wouldn't trip because you got options.